Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, so much to do today. So very much to do today in our, what is it? Land of Abundance. Land of Abundance. Speaking of landing, I should probably actually complete the landing. Okay, we've completed the landing. Lisa, welcome, welcome, welcome. Crimson, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hang on one sec, I've got my other monitor on. There we go. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Land of Abundance. I forgot I had the audio on my other monitor. Legion, welcome, welcome. Are you early? No, you're right on time. Right on time. Okay. We have... Aha, PB&J, welcome back. I won't disclose your secret identity. Stephen Catonius, welcome, welcome. Okay, Land of Abundance. And by Land of Abundance, I mean I need to drink coffee. 1 second, please. There we go. Martin, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. We know how this goes, except it's going to be different. But we know how it starts. It starts with the basics. We've got to get some power under control. We've got to get some growing under control. Land of Abundance. We're a little shy on the old food lately. So how about we accentuated the food by having food? Pretty much that. That's my thought process. We don't have food, and I'd like us to have food. So let's get going with some food. I hope everyone is staying safe and warm. Yeah, we're basically committed to not leaving the house for the next 2 days. It's going to be a little crazy around here, what with the weather and all. All right, we got some fertile soil right here. Let's just get in on that. So that could be something simple like potatoes. Everybody loves potatoes. It is, well, it's a hammerhead ship, yes. I see where you're going with that. What it really is a pigeon that got squashed by a giant who was wearing very heavy shoes. It's a squashed bird. It's a squashed bird is what it is. And let's get some more growing going on here too. So more growing down there. And keep it simple. Let's just have rice. Regular old rice. Okay, that'll get us started. Now, what is the problem over here? We've got a mech platform. Where? Where is it? Where? Oh, it's up in the sky. Is that above us? Because that'd be handy. It is. Ooh. That could be something to do. That'll be kind of fun. I mean, it won't be fun. It'll be horrible. Speaking of fun and mechs, I'm going to start making this base a little bit more, and by base I mean my spaceship, making this a little bit better defended than our past ventures. Because what have we learned? What have we learned from the last map we were on? I have learned nothing, except for one thing. Turrets equal awesome. So we're doing wall of turrets around here. I'll have the power. I have plenty of power. There's tons of geothermals I can tap into. So I'm not worried about that. And then what have I got for blocks? Say, slate? 18 inches over by you. Yeah, we're kind of on the line, and you know where we are. You've been here. You know where we are, PB&J. We're right literally on the line of, are we going to get 15 inches or 20 inches? We live on that line right now, so it's really up in the air. And it is, too, because it's snow, and, like, snow starts up in the air, and then it comes down. That is my, I am no meteorologist. I am no weather expert. I'm no weatherologist. But I do know one thing about snow. It starts up, and it comes down. Are you in the max 2,000 tile graph ship? No, 1,500. I believe I'm in 1,500 now. No, 1,250. Yeah, I'm a couple behind. We have a grav core. Hang on, and I have a coffee cup in my hand, and I'd like to put it near my face. Badger, welcome, welcome. So we have a grav core. I could extend the ship, but I might use it. I've got a shield thing. What's it here? Is that it there? No, that's a subcore. But I've got a shield thingy. So I might use that to put the shield up, because I'm not really sure how much more ship do I need? I've got unowned bedrooms. I've got plenty of bedrooms. I've got a good amount of space. I have 2 mastodons, 2 pandas, a sea lion, and a flamingo. Oh, wait, I think we ate the flamingo. Okay, scratch the flamingo idea. I know I got you all excited about flamingo, but scratch flamingo. But in exchange for that, I have a sea lion, and you don't. So, sea lion's working out. Recon armor. I've got perfectly good recon armor here. It's actually not perfectly good. It's almost terrible. Dang, those things are pricey to make. Why are we out of power? Why are the batteries not connected? Okay, we're going here, here, here. All of these are working out fine. Why are you not, like, plugged into my batteries? What is the problem here? If I just said, like, reconnect. You guys figure that out? Is there... Oh, there's a solar flare. Oh, never mind. I got you all excited about flamingos, and then I was worried about power, and it's all fine. It's all completely fine. I do need to take this map to make some more bots. We've lost a few lately. So I want to put up... I want to be slightly better defended here. So let's put up a stone wall just here. Because this is it. I mean, no one... it's not really it, is it? It would help slow people down, though. It would direct them into wall of turrets. So let's go ahead and make that. What did I say about a lot of? Slate? I'm pretty sure I said the word slate recently. So I'm going to put that up there. And then just do a slate door here. All right, let's get things moving a little bit faster because I need my power to get up and running soon. Like soonish. Now would be great. Oh no, Panda 1 has lost a skill. I don't have War Panda anymore. Now I just have regular Panda. What am I supposed to do with a regular Panda? This Panda's not trained to kill. This is useless Panda. Oh dear. That's no good. Well, we'll have veggies reasonably soon and we can start training animals again. On that, by the way, why don't we just sort of grab what we can grab here? Yeah, get all of that. Also, Dave, probably check that everyone's in the zones they're supposed to go in, because you never do that, do you? Skunk, yeah, you can stay in the home zone, Skunk, because you're a guest. I don't want you wandering very far. We've got bugs on this map somewhere, but I don't remember where they are, so I've forgotten about them. You guys are all basically fine. Yep, you're basically fine here. And the animals... Barky, my sea lion. Why don't you guys all be in... I have a sea lion. I have a sea lion. Hands up, how many people have a sea lion? My hand is up. Is yours? I have a sea lion. And it's a war sea lion, or it will be when I'm done with it. Yeah, we do need to deal with Bugtown. Eventually. You know what? I might actually just send a kill squad right now. And just deal with it. Just get it out of the way. That's probably a reasonably smart idea. I mean, I've had better ideas, but this one's a pretty good one. I think I'm going to wait till they get the power going, and I'm going to stare at the headlights on my spaceship, which are awesome, because I put headlights on my spaceship, which is awesome. And I'm going to hope that they continue to train the panda to kill again. I just have regular panda. What the heck am I going to do with a regular panda? They just flop around and eat, I don't know, bamboo? Is it bamboo? I don't remember which one it is. Okay, it's not the eucalyptus. That's the koala bears, right? Oh, PB&J, thank you. Thank you so much. Those guys will appreciate that, I think. But thank you. That's very generous of you. Yes, Lisa. War sea lion. A sea lion trained to kill. Okay? All you do with sea lions in the regular world, you train them to, like, play the trumpet or something, or flap their flippers, or eat a fish on command. No, no, no. I'm training mine to kill. So picture this, Lisa. Picture this. Because we talked about this yesterday. We talked about this. You're coming over to Dave's house. And you're coming to attack me. You're coming to raid me. You're like, Lisa, Lisa's just fed up. Lisa's fed up with this Dave nonsense. I'm going to go attack him. And you're like standing on my front lawn, which is not a very small lawn. The back lawn's better. Ask PB&J. He's been here. So the back lawn's better. But putting that aside, and you're like, Dave, come out and fight me. I am ready to fight you. I'm done with your nonsense. And I open up the door. And out of my door, which would obviously be a much larger door to accommodate what's coming out of it, comes 2 mastodons, 2 pandas, and a sea lion charging at you, angry. You're running. You know you're running. Tim, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tim, how scared would you be if an army approaching you was led by 2 mastodons, 2 pandas, and a sea lion? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pretty nervous about that. I got issues with that. I have questions and concerns about that. Let's also grab any medicine around here too. What other? You're not putting down enough growing fields, Dave. You're really not. You think you are, and you're just totally not. And you need freelance pharmaceuticals. You know you need freelance pharmaceuticals. So, because that's where the money is in this game. So let's put that down for heal root, and that down for freelance pharmaceuticals. Thank you very much. And we're actually going to make that a little bit bigger because I need a lot more freelance pharmaceuticals. That's where the money is these days. It's a normal Australian day. You ain't wrong. That's pretty accurate. Okay, power's up and running. Let me just encase that in something slightly more sensible. How about limestone for that? So limestone wall like this. This is actually going to be a good map because we didn't even have geothermal on the last map. Had to rely on stupid wind power. And sure, no. Yeah, a slate door there. That's fine. And then same deal over here. Just encase these in something slightly more, well, not open in the air. And then throw a door on. No, not there. Why would you think I wanted to do it there? There we go. 5 out of 10 for scared. Okay, so I see where you're going. The mastodons are 10 out of 10. Okay? And then you're subtracting 6 for the pandas, because pandas are inherently cute and cuddly. But then you're adding 1 for the sea lion. Your math totally makes sense. I get it. Odian, welcome, welcome, welcome. The physics of how a sea lion will fight. I'm going to guess it's a charge attack. That's a great question. That's a really good question. I think that's a question that I might have to throw by some sort of AI engine. How does a sea lion attack a human? I'm guessing it's a charge attack. I suppose it would ultimately depend if you were on land or sea. Because if you're on land, I can probably run away from a sea lion. Because they just sort of do that flip-flop thing, don't they? In fact, I'm also confident I can run away from a panda. Mastodon, they got a big stride. But maybe. So on land, I think I win in a sea lion war. In the water, they're going to rule. They're going to rule. How is the jaw and hope coffee is better? Coffee is definitely better because I actually prepared in advance today. The jaw is meh. It's kind of meh. So it's not worse. How about that? It's not worse. It is improving. It's just kind of like not where I want it to be, which is, you know, healed. That would be ideal. Healed is what I'm looking for, but that's a little longer way off. Hey, all the bugs are asleep. Let's go kill them all. Missy. I have like a 7-year-old with a laser. We're going to go, we're going to do some wicked quick murders just to clear the map more than anything. And it'll just make our lives a lot easier if these things are dead. Okay, everyone file down here. Don't start shooting until I'm ready. Okay, now you can start shooting. Okay, everybody start shooting. We're shooting? Paul's in with the laser. There we go. Lasers, more lasers. Send the mastodons, the sea lion, and the pandas in, please. Yeah, I've actually only got one war mastodon right now. We're very bad with training lately. Very bad with training. How long is the stream today? Another excellent question. Right up there with the sea lion question. About the same time it usually is, about 90 minutes or so. After about an hour and a half, I'm like, that's kind of my thing after about an hour and a half. Oh, okay, they dealt with all the bugs. That's cool. Why don't we go deal with the nest, and we can just call it a day. So just come on down here. We got plenty of time to heal. There we go, lasering the mastodon. The mastodon's on fire. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul. Mastodon's on fire. Well done, Paul. Cool. Yeah, I asked them. PB&J's not wrong. I asked him if I could get a bionic jaw. Because I said, Doctor... Because that's his title. Doctor, I know I can manufacture a bionic jaw in RimWorld. Can I please have one? And he said no, your insurance won't cover it. And then I was very sad for a bit. And then I asked him about possibly a bionic tongue, because that's also in RimWorld. And he said, no, that's not a real thing. You're fantasizing again. And then he numbed my mouth out and took a grinder to it. It was a fun day for both of us. Hang on, more coffee. So, did anyone actually end up horribly injured out of that? I mean, Rhodey's down, but Rhodey's in the hospital. That's fine. How'd you fare? Oh, you're going to be dead in 8 hours. That's no problem. That's easy. Dr. Paul, could you get over here? And, oh, Thule's on it. Never mind. Thule's on it. Thule's got it covered. The rice and the potatoes are in play. In fact, I'm going to extend this field a little bit. There's no reason not to take advantage of this good soil. So that and a little bit of that. There we go. What if you swap the sea lion for a tiger? I'm going to one-up you there, Tim, and say, what if I just had a sea lion and a tiger? And a tiger. That's, see, I see where you're going. Tiger equals win. Sure, absolutely, clear. But what I've really started creating is actually a floating zoo. I have a menagerie going on here. The sea lion was a surprise, and I had to pay a lot of money for that, by the way. Tim, I had to pay a lot of money for that sea lion. That sea lion wasn't cheap. And my panda. And it's a boy panda and a girl panda, so the potential for more pandas exists. Now, I'm not Chinese. However, I bet you the money you can make selling panda cubs is huge. Absolutely huge. I am going to bet, what my real plan, I know in RimWorld the money is always in freelance pharmaceuticals. However, I'm thinking of starting a semi-legal panda ring where I breed pandas and sell them. Because I'm pretty sure if I did that in the real world, I'd be a billionaire. Who wouldn't want a panda? Who wouldn't? No, seriously. No, ask yourself right now. Turn to yourself in your mirror. Okay, let's back this up. First, go find a mirror. Maybe you already have one close by. Go find a mirror. Look yourself square in the eye. Because I assume you have two. Look yourself square in the eyes and say, how much money would I pay for a panda? And I bet it's a big number. I bet it's a big number. Because I would. I mean, they're the ultimate cuddly animal. Really, aren't they? Oh, sure, we've got cute kitties and cute dogs and, I don't know, koala bears are fairly cute, although I understand they like to try and murder people. But they're, no one's beating a panda for cuteness. Panda is the top rung of the cute ladder. Okay? You Google cute cat video, sure, you're going to have 1 billion. But cute panda video has 1 billion views. Okay? Has a panda ever killed a human? Okay, well, there's your Google project. There's your Google project right there. I will expect an answer by the end of the stream. And an essay summarizing the points. In fact, you know what? Don't bother with the essay. Just bullet point it for me. I'm awfully busy with the YouTube thing. Just bullet point it for me. Actually, you can pretty much break that down to a yes/no. You can just say, yes, a panda has killed a human in the real world. I'll tell you one's killed one in RimWorld because mine have done it. Not very slowly, and it was adorable while they did it. But mine have killed people. All right, all the bugs are dead. Is that the only bug nest that we've got going on here? Because I don't want to have my people walking off to do things, and they're like, oh no, there's more bugs. Oh, there's horrible bugs. Oh, we're all scared of the bugs. Everyone except Rhodey, let's just go deal with this, please. Everyone come up here, and Shield and Missy, come up here. I just want to clear the map. Pandas are the kitty cats of the pet world. That was a terrible idea. Why did I come in here? Actually, you know what? I could just seal them in. I'm overthinking this. Never mind. Everybody go out draft. I'm overthinking this. Just seal them in. It'll lock them in there forever. So put up, whatever, a limestone wall. I can't even build out there. I don't need to build there. That's a corner. So just put 3 pieces of limestone there and we're done. We're all set with that. Panda maintenance seems high. Not really, Sally. Now, I'm no pandaologist. However, I believe that they pretty much only eat that bamboo stuff. Here's the thing with bamboo. Frighteningly easy to grow. In fact, it's invasive. So, I don't know about your area, because you live in a volcano lair, because you're an evil supervillain. But putting that aside, putting your volcano layer aside, and the dissection of brains with lasers, which is just the most badass thing I've ever heard of. Oh, Michelle! Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you guys are awesome. People are just doing all sorts of nice, generous things. Let me get back to the bamboo issue. Now, I don't know where you live. Actually, I do. It's a lair in a volcano. It's an evil lair in a volcano. But here, if we plant bamboo, it's highly invasive. It spreads very quickly. So you actually have to plant it in like a metal box so it won't spread underground. There's a specific way. I know it's like basically you sink a box down into the earth and then you can grow the bamboo in that so it can't escape the box. Because what it'll do is just like go underground and all of a sudden your neighbor has got a whole bunch of bamboo and he's like, dude, what's with the bamboo? And I'm like, dude, I didn't put it in a box. He's like, dude, why didn't you put it in a box? I'm like, dude, because I got 20 pandas to feed. How many pandas do you have? I got 20. I have an illegal, semi-illegal panda operation going on here, and the only thing those cats eat is bamboo. So yeah, I didn't put my bamboo in a box. Sorry, I'm the bad guy now. Here, have a panda cub. And I'd hand him a panda cub, and he'd be like, oh my god, that's the most adorable thing oh, it's so good. I have a rich fantasy life. There's a bulk goods trader coming by. Cool. Thule, can you talk? Not really. Igor, you love doing things. Why don't you go talk to the space people and see what they've got? Because bulk goods traders generally buy a lot of good stuff. I don't care what they're selling. I care what they're buying, and they will buy all of my leathers. Don't worry about how many leathers I'm giving up. Oh, except my mink. I'm saving up to make a mink coat. So any more mink, I've got to make sure to kill all the mink in the area because I'm really, really saving up. What have these guys got? They just got regular animals. Goats and yaks. Psh. I say to that, psh. They got cobra eggs. That's kind of fun. What else have you got? You got some plasteel. I might take that off your hand. How about medicine? Guys, yeah, you got some medicine here. I will take all your medicine. Thank you very much. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Oh, Legion, I've got sad news for you. This is not a prescription. I'm like this all the time, and it's not an act. It's not a character. It's not a persona. Go ask Mrs. Dave. She married this. Okay, she looked at this, Legion. She looked at this, the pandas, the bamboo, the sea lion. She looked at all of this and said, "I want that forever." Ask PB&J Kid. He was there. Well, I mean, he wasn't actually there when I proposed to Mrs. Dave, but he was in the wedding. I am like this naturally. Can you have sharks in the game? No. No, I'm hoping that's something RimWorld will think of, and as we all know, I am in fact a prophet of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know, but a prophet of RimWorld. Again, needlessly messianic, I know. So now that I have said it, it shall be. But we can fish, but we can't encounter fish. There's no underwater activity. There's swimming, but no underwater activity. Yeah, these shield cores. These are the things I want to get down with. I have the ability to put that up too. Once I figured out what I'm buying from these people, I want to kind of make a move on that. I have a Mastodon wool cowboy hat. Amazing. Amazing. And I got some flak pants I could get out here. Oh yeah, that's where all the berets are. Here's where you make your money when you don't have freelance pharmaceuticals. Top hats and berets. That's going to work out very, very well. Yeah, underwater RimWorld. The thing is, RimWorld does still not have levels. It's still two-dimensional. So unlike, say, a Dwarf Fortress or a Noble Fates, we can't do Z levels. I think that's where underwater would come in. Every time they get ready for an update, everyone's like, oh, this is the time they're going to do Z levels, and then they never do. And I'm kind of okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I don't need up and down levels. That's good for some games. I think RimWorld is just fine the way it is. Thank you very much. Have I sold these people enough stuff? I'm going to loosely say yes. I could think about buying some plasteel from you. How much? I'm 1194 up? Have you got any advanced components? Oh, you do. Yeah, I'll take those. And then, you know what? I'm going to take the change in regular components because it's never going to hurt to have some of those. So accept that. Thank you very much. Hang on, coffee. Yeah, no, I see what you mean with the ancient stockpiles and some of the anomaly things too, like the big, I don't know what they are, demon layers that are underneath the earth. So you can go underground, but really it's a load zone to a new two-dimensional area. It's not like you can quickly flip back and forth. I mean, you can quickly flip back and forth between them, but it's a separate area. You're not kind of easily going between them. A death pall, you say? Well, super. Oh, super. Hang on. That's good. We just did this yesterday. I can't get too far into anomaly. It's going to distract me. But that's where my infinite zombie generator is right there. Infinite zombie generator right there. AKA the Dave box. Hashtag trademark copyright the Dave box. It's right in that death pall. I don't actually think we've got any corpses, which is weird. I've been on this map 10 minutes and I haven't killed anyone yet. Oh, speaking of killing things, let's start slaughtering the local wildlife. So get rid of you, and you. And the death pall has begun to resurrect corpses. Do we have like a where on that? Is that a bug corpse? Oh, there's a dead guy down here. Well, look at you, Charlize. Look at you, being all zombie. Aren't you having a good time? When are you going to collapse? 23 hours. Okay. I think one bug tried to go... No, the bugs are coming back to life. Okay. It's not It's not as ideal as perhaps it could be, in that the bugs are coming back. If only I could make Maximum Fabio. Look, Tim. Maximum Fabio is one of my greatest creations, and I've made many great creations. I am a genius, after all. Hashtag geniusosity. But Maximum Fabio, I almost, in many ways, I'm just happy that it's been put into a little box on the internet, never to be seen again, because I think you'd agree with me, Tim. I don't think the world is really ready for Maximum Fabio. I don't think the world is ready for what I did in Plasma. I took a perfectly lovely game about engineering and computer programming and building, and I turned it into a Dadaist nightmare and loved every second of it. I think like some great art, Tim, maybe the world isn't ready for it. Maybe the world isn't ready for it. There is a mod for that. I'm sure there's a mod for that, but I can't mod the game. Because of, again, profit of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know. Every time I start a modded run, this is not hyperbole, this is fact. Every time I start a modded run, a week later, they announce new DLC, which of course means the modpocalypse, and then I have to start all over again. So if I mod it, the DLC will come. I can't afford that. So I cannot mod RimWorld, because again, I am a prophet of RimWorld. If I say it, it shall be so. Needlessly messianic, I know. Plasma, the things I did in Plasma shouldn't have been allowed. Like, the people at Plasma should have said, stop it. Stop it. This is a lovely, delightful, boring game about engineering and programming. What have you done to our game? Why is there Maximum Fabio? Why? Like, I look at what I did in Plasma and say, why? Why did I do this? And I realize it's because I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. And that Plasma was the perfect framework to unleash all of the data that I have had saved up in my soul since I was like 8. Where I really, the first time seeing David Bowie, I'm like, I am building onto something here. And then it was unleashed in Plasma. Plasma is my David Bowie. That's what it is. And David Bowie in and of himself was not a Dadaist, although I feel he would have appreciated them. But that's what Plasma was. Plasma was just me unleashing a Dadaist nightmare onto the world, and I think it's really good that maybe the world can't see that right now. Let's put that one in a time capsule until people are more appropriately ready to envision it, shall we say. There we go. More coffee in my face. Where are we at, by the way? Oh, grits resistance has been broken. Excellent. I'd like you back on board. You were on board, and then you went nuts, and we had to shoot you. And look where you are now. You're sleeping next to a panda in a prison. Isn't it adorable? Let's go ahead and recruit you. I'd like you to come back online. The recon armor is done. Cool. Where is it? Where did you put it? Because I'd like to get people more armored up. So recon armor. Actually, okay, that one, I've got 2. Oh, Paul's already got it. Okay. And that's what that little symbol means there, Dave. That's what the symbol means. It means he's got it on. Oh, Igor's going to grab it. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, that's a perfectly appropriate person to be wearing that. There you go, kid. All right, let's keep that going. Although I think I'm working on an ear. I'm always working on an ear. No, this one's an arm. Even better. Even better. Okay. She's making another inflatable tube, man. I made wonderful things. I made epic, wonderful things. Am I out of limestone? Yep. So let's ditch all of that, because that ain't working out. So get rid of all of this, cancel that, cancel that. What have I got? I've got more slate. Awesome. So make that a slate block instead. Thank you. Like to keep my power inside. Could you play Plasma again? I've thought about it, Tim. I actually have. Plasma is a grossly underrated game, and I'm very... Oh, Grit's back on board. Somebody remind me of that. So, it's a grossly underrated game, and I'm really genuinely sad that the developers just kind of had to let it go, just because nobody was buying it. It is very niche. You gotta be one of 2 people. you either have to be quite a number of people who are into like engineering and programming and, you know, understand how that works and do sensible things like build Ferris wheels and cars. Or you got to be me. And I am only one person. I bought it once. That's it. Actually, did I pay for that? Did they gift me plasma? I think I might have got that as a key. I don't know why. I don't know why anyone would look at me and say I should get a game about engineering. I don't think I paid for that one. Thank you, folks at Plasma. We all had a really good time with that. But no, I am genuinely disappointed they kind of had to just say, sorry, we're out. We're not going to develop this anymore, because it really is a good game. It's gorgeous, for one thing. It's a beautiful game, and you can do effectively anything in it. Look what I did! Look what I did! If I can do that, anyone can do it. Death ball clearing. Okay, cool. Grit, come and talk to me, because you're back on board again. So, let's see. You were good in killing people. We love that about you. And you can transmute steel into other things. Why don't you get going on that right now, kid? Why don't I grab you a nice big hunk of steel and you can transform it into something else? There's some down there. Go do that. What'd you do? I got 75 plasteel. Awesome. What is the cooldown on that? Because it's actually quite quick. 20 hours. All right, hang on. Slam everything into pause mode. Let me just get Grit sort of situated here. Why don't you go get a chain shotgun, okay, for funsies. Oh, is it free? Oh, that's excellent. Oh, good. I mean, not good for the developers. I mean, I can't even imagine how long that game must have taken to make. I barely understand it. Never mind how to make it. But that's great. No, I like people who aren't me. Please go get that game. Because it's really good. And again, it's unfortunate they had to kind of just put it aside. But not completely not understandable. Again, it's super niche. It's just, you know, it's really good for that niche. Okay, Grit's on board. I need to figure out what Grit does for a living around here. So obviously you need to be number one on the things you need to be number one on. Doctorizing, you have a base medical trading. You can slap a Band-Aid on. You're largely going to be shooting things, so she can be 2 on that. And then everybody does mining, whether they want to or not, and whether they're any good at it or not. I don't care. You don't actually do very much. You can just kind of putter around. If you got something to do, go ahead and do it. You're actually not half bad at art. I have a lot of artists. Why don't we... I'm going to focus Grit into art. She's not very good at it right now, but she will be. Okay, that's one thing I wanted to do. Next thing I want to do is that maybe actually even slap up even some more growing areas here. So why don't we get one... Hopefully, the mechs are not coming like tomorrow morning, and I can actually get something done around here. So put some cotton in here. And maybe over here... What? I don't know. Does it really matter? Just put something up. More food is better than... Do we have any more good quality growing areas? Ooh, and fish. Everybody loves fish. There's bass in this lake. Or bass. How low can you go? Death row, would brother know. Once again, Beck is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Sorry, I can't say that word without going into the rest of it. So there I'm done. All right, so let's put up a fishing zone for the unnamed fish that live in this area. Okay, those fish. You know, they're like salmon, but different. And this wall's up. Okay, so I could just throw a wall up here. There's nothing really preventing me from doing that. We keep talking about that. Every time we go somewhere new, we're like, oh, we should put walls up here. And then I never really get around to it. And by we, I mean me. So let's make any stone blocks forever. Just do it forever. And then go ahead and... What if I got a lot of? Oh, I got a lot of marble. Okay, marble ahoy. And marble, marble, and marble. Ah, I can't quite get over there, though. Okay, forget that bit then, because that ain't going to work out. This'll work, though. That'll work just fine, and that'll really focus people in here. But what I was really thinking is just wall of turrets right here. Are you also limestone? Yeah, I don't have any of this. We're going to have to change the entire concept here. It's all gone horribly wrong. Let's just have this be like that. And then change that instead to marble. Thank you. Marble, marble, and marble. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Now, let's get to wall of turrets. I think what I'm going to do is just, for giggles, deconstruct all of this, because I don't really need that. And then start figuring out I think we've dealt with all of our bug issues. We walled in the other bugs, right? Not as such. Oh, because it's more limestone. Again, I keep telling myself I have limestone. I do not. So marble wall right there, please. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to wall these guys in. I don't even want to deal with them. Leave them in there to die. I assume they'll die at some point. Hang on, coffee in my face. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to deconstruct that and then just basically put up a wall of turrets there. Just a wall of turrets. So anyone coming from here will be immediately distracted. Now, get to thinking about components. So get some of that. How's my steel count? 3,300? Not enough. I really like to see like 10K on steel, and then I start to become comfortable. But I can't fit 10,000 units of steel inside my spaceship, so that's not realistic. And where is the ancient evil around here? We haven't actually discovered it, otherwise we would have got a notification about it. There's a lot of steel on this map. This is a good map. Wow, there's so much steel. So many geothermals. Which one of you is the ancient evil? Because I wouldn't mind popping my head in that door. Oh, that's just a tree, Dave. Don't get excited. It was just a tree, man. You got all excited about a tree. And at the end of the day, it was just a tree, really, wasn't it? I can't see it. It's usually pretty obvious, but I can't immediately put my eyes on it. Alright, we'll get to it when you get to it. Okay, so new growing zones going in. Check. Power, check. This'll get deconstructed, and then wall of freaking turrets. Because mastodons are good, but... Oh, what are we all... What are we running from here? Oh. A zombie bug. Okay, could you guys just kill it, please? Thank you. Just kill it. Thule, why do you not have a weapon? Oh, Thule. Okay. Some point in time you dropped your weapon. Go get the Hellcat rifle, please. I'm going to have to leave this to Missy. There's an 8-year-old girl with a laser. And she's doing great work with it, I might add. Great work. There we go. Ooh, Vetrov's getting real good at shooting. Real good. Missy, you took out the tree. Real good work with that kid, by the way. Maybe aim a little bit more for the bug. It's right there, kid. Right there. There you go. Okay, good job, kid. Cookies for Missy later. You've hit Vetrov several times. Just as a heads up there. Hey, you guys are doing nothing at all. Could you come down here and help out? We have to kill the bugs twice, because some of them are zombies now. Vetrov, how banged up are you? Dead in 17 hours? No. Okay, take the rest of the day off. For me, you can take the rest of the day off. Thule, you can also be off duty, so I don't forget about that later. I still remember watching Dave's first RimWorld run versus the Ancient Evil. Day 1. Sadly, I think that from your volcano lair, your evil volcano lair, where you're dissecting human brains with lasers, true story, I think that really set the tone. I think, you know, starting the channel is like, I like playing video games and I like making jokes. So let's give this a shot. But with RimWorld, opening the Ancient Evil on day 1 and having everyone immediately killed, I think that really set the tone for what kind of ride am I on the Dave train? What kind of ride am I going for here? That's the ride you're on. The ride you're on is he opened up the Ancient Evil on day 1 and was pleasantly surprised when his colony was immediately murdered. You guys are off draft. There you go. Let's get this bioferrite. We'll get this... oh, that's a dead locust. I thought it was a shard. Oh, that's why you guys were going down here. I told you to do that. Oh, good for you. Well done. Well done. Crimson, I think any corpse can be a zombie. And apparently bugs count. Bugs are just fine for that. How are we doing on the... ooh, wow. We really should get some food under control. How about we went and killed everything that is alive? That is not a zombie, that is edible, that doesn't explode or fight back. What else have they got down here? It's more locusts, but I know where those guys are. I could try and tame the badger, and I know Badger will be flagging that in comments immediately, but 50% chance that he's going to try and eat me in the face. So I won't do that. Instead, I'm going to kill turkeys and tortoises and whatnots. What else is on the map? Anything cool? Any minks? I'm really saving up to get a mink coat. Really want one of those. Okay, that'll be a good start. And I see some rices coming in, so hopefully I'm going to get the animals trained soon. Yeah, 77% on that. Yeah, I didn't actually realize how few things we had in terms of food. Okay, who... Thule and Izumi want this priest role, but Paul's into a completely different gig. Thule, what is your problem? What is your religion these days? The Sophian Path. Okay, so not the Furry Temple and not the Leaf of Manpork, which are the two best religions ever anywhere. So, Izumi is also into that. Paul is into hypersteelism. And Paul's like the guy around here. I suppose I could make Thule whatever that was. Must be a stealer, must be male. Oh, okay. Paul, do you have a role? Why do you not keep doing your things? Production leader. No, you do. You're the Abbot of Steel, which is awesome. It's like Superman, but for Catholics. Abbot of Steel. I don't know if that's Catholic or Protestant. I don't largely care. So, I don't know how to sort your religion out. I really don't. Apparently they have to be male. And neither of you are male. So that's a problem. That's a problem, isn't it? So I can't make you, the collective priest, must be male. What I should do is make one of you not into your religion. That would be the simpler way of dealing with this. So let's do a conversion ritual. No, not knife. How about Izumi? Izumi, you're the convertee. Okay, 58% chance of this actually flying. We'll give it a whirl. Because that would be the simpler way is not to embrace religions, just make you into our religion. Well, really, Paul's religion. Paul's religion. Actually, Tim, I have to check that. It's actually the Furry Chamber. Is we've had two major religions come by: the Leaf of Manpork and the Furry Chamber. That's about all I can really say about those religions without getting flagged by YouTube. And of course, Paul came in with his own religion, the Steelism thing. And he's all like, I'm into hypersteelism, and now everyone's into hypersteelism. Ooh, a masterful conversion ritual. Masterful. Did you just flip, Izumi? Like one shot? Oh, you did. You're into hypersteelism now. Great, good, perfect. That was so easy. That was so much easier than trying to deal with your religious nonsense. I'm just going to make you into our religion. Well, again, technically Paul's religion. What area was revealed? Yeah, I know. I told you to dig that out. Thanks for checking in. Run a power line kind of here. Like that. Because I'm going to set up things. What if I got a lot of there? Plain leather. Perfect. How about we did some plain leather sandbags? Like, say, this. Okay. And I think I might actually... This is 40 steel and 40 chem fuel. Ooh, that's what I got to get going, like, super immediately. Hang on, we're being raided. Okay. Before we get raided, I need to set something up real quick. Because otherwise I'll forget. You know I will. You're like, he's going to forget. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Actually, I will. So put this like this. I need to get a chem fuel factory going. So put a wooden door there. Okay, where's my problem here? What do you got going on? Oh, dang it. It's one of the ones where they're dropping right in on top of us. Team, everybody grab a sea lion and come this way-ish. What do we got going on here? Where are they coming from? Okay, yeah, they're coming in like this room. Okay, turrets will distract them initially. That's what the turrets are good at. Tell you what, 2 of you go in here. The rest of you come over here. Come over here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so they're out. Paul, bring your laser, and if you can find one, a sea lion, and come over here. You guys just... There we go. This guy's already done. Perfect. Get over here. You guys, come on. Come on, guys. There we go. That guy's done. All right, everybody come down here. And they're taking out turrets, but that's broadly okay. Izumi. Perfect. Shoot this guy. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that was like one boom. Not as many booms as I'd like. Vetrov's in hand-to-hand combat here, but we've lasered that guy. Perfect. All right, laser wins. If you don't have a sea lion, get a laser. Shoot Taz. You got lasered. They're fleeing. They're out. He's on fire. It's raining. It's all been a good day. Craig's dead. Not quite. Okay. Craig, talk to me. Craig. Of all the names, just Craig. Doesn't really I don't really sing. This is Craig. I'm just Craig. It is Zumi, Thulidrite, Vetroff, and Craig. How banged up are you? You're going to be dead in 3 hours. Here's the deal. I have a vampire, so I'm going to use you as a blood bank, sort of, if you survive. Izumi, how awful are you right now at everything? Oh, you're fine, kid. Oh, you're totally fine. Why don't you go capture the unimaginatively named Craig? Like, you can't even say the word Craig with a lot of excitement. I'm very sorry if somebody in chat is named Craig. But it's like, you can really only say it as Craig. It's not like, yay, Craig! That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just Craig. Yeah, but that's fine. You know what? Blood bank. Blood bank is what we got there. Okay, everybody else just start going back to work here. Things are going to happen. This is all working out fine. Psychic drone, that's okay. We'll cope with that. We'll get the turrets put back together very quickly. And then again, I need a chem fuel generator. I wanted, the whole point of that before the raid is I want to do some of the traps, the hunter traps. Because those are awesome. They just fly around and explode people. There's no reason not to use it. Medical emergency. Oh, that'll be Craig. It's Craig. Okay, Craig, how almost dead are you these days? So, Craig, 7.7 hours. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, sorry, Craig. You know what? Nobody's going to make it to you on time. Because I'm going to not care. So what I'm going to do in advance is just set up somewhere where I can dump your corpse. Because I don't think I have that yet. Yeah, this looks like a good corpse dumping spot. So let's go ahead and throw a few corpses down here. So this could be corpse zone. Pop that right in there. And then let's put our toxic waste, obviously. Duh. And any human corpses. So not animals, no, those ones, but not these ones. Don't bother with chunks. We don't need those over there. Okay, so human corpses, not drones, and toxic waste. Toxic waste. I hear coagulate, and I'm like, I don't know if I care that much. I mean, where is Igor? See, Igor's gathering rice. I'm not going to interrupt the kid to gather rice. I mean, he's going to get real fussy later when he doesn't have any blood, but right now he's got quite a bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, kid. We'll give it a shot. All right, just see if you can get over there in time. I bet you can. There you go. Nope, dead. Craig's dead. All right, so even my master vampire teenager could not get over there in time. That's fine. Other people will come and go. There will be plenty of corpses. Trust me. I have spent this entire run going map to map, dumping corpses on it. And toxic waste. And sometimes my own colonists. In fact, pretty much universally my own colonists. I can't think of a map where we left with all the people intact. I think we pretty much buried someone on every single map. And then that's fine. That's how these things go. Okay, back to the trap thing, which I keep getting away from. So I need chem fuel and steel. Great. This is basically already up, so let's get the chem fuel part of that under control. Pop that guy right in there, and then just do like maybe a small zone just for wood, just to make it slightly easier. So put some wood over here. Go ahead now, get rid of everything, and then only wood, and we're going to make that important. And then cut down every tree in the area. There's the sea lion, in case nobody's seen it yet. There's my war sea lion right there. War sea lion. That's Barky the sea lion. Barky the sea lion, my war sea lion. Or war sea lion, if you like. And then, again, slice down every tree that lives in the area, because nature is for suckers. So just get rid of all of those. And have they finished this yet? Nope, but almost. The panda's coming in to check in on progress. And let's make this, I don't know, just do a bunch of this. So make chem fuel for like a wicked long time until I tell you to do otherwise, or you've made 20 of it. Playing this game without characters dying sounds so hard. It is. It's not impossible. You just have to not be me. I mean, I do play somewhat recklessly. Fast and loose, if you will, Tim. Fast and loose with my colonists. Some of them are well protected. Baby who is named Baby would be a great example of that. And some of them I don't kind of care if they live or die. Some of them, like Grit here, is basically arrow fodder. Now, who would be important? Paul is important because he's a good doctor. Thule is also an excellent doctor, so very important. Igor is a teenage vampire, so can't get rid of him. Missy is an 8-year-old with a laser. The rest of them, meh. Knife would be a bummer to lose because he's my Mechanator. And also my Royal. So that would be a real pain in the neck if Knife died. But say Shield or Rhodey, I can get rid of them. Oh, we've gained a wild boar. Okay, my flyby zoo continues. Wild boar number 1 is in, as the kids say, the house. Okay, cool. Train it to kill. Rhodey, you love doing that sort of thing. Wait, can it not kill? Oh, it's useless then. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we saw this with the moose thing. Because I had a moose. Sorry, if you're getting caught up, I briefly owned a moose. And then we discovered it's largely useless, so we ate it. You're telling me that a panda can be trained to kill, but a wild boar, who are kind of known for, like, charging people and being wicked angry, is not trained to kill. Not trained to kill. So, funsies. Okay. Yeah, Sally Cat's exactly right from her underground evil lair in a volcano. I play with sound off, so this is muted, because that would be, like, really distracting. I'm spending all of my valuable time and brain power, which is minimal at best, trying to think of something funny to say to you guys and keep you entertained so you keep watching. I can't be taken up by sounds of raids or, you know, imminent destruction or anything like that. That's Tomorrow Dave's problem. Tomorrow Dave hates me. Talk to me about your shack of treasure. Oh, it's expired. Okay, then I don't care. Thank you. I don't really care that much then. And let's keep murdering everything on the map. So the boar, there's nothing I can do with the boar. The boar just sits here and takes up food. That's no good. If I can't train it to kill, it's useless. Yes, it's a flying zoo, but also it's a flying zoo of war animals. Okay, it's a flying danger zoo. So when, like many years ago, I was in Vegas. Probably they still have it because I don't know what else they do with it. But there was a casino. It was across the street from the MGM, but it wasn't the MGM because it's a different building because it was across the street. And they had an aquarium set up inside the hotel that was all predatory fish or reptiles. Like they had like alligators and stuff like that. So it was all dangerous marine animals. One of the best aquariums I've ever been to. It was like, everything here can kill me. This is so awesome. Everything in this aquarium can kill me. It was like living in Australia briefly. So that's what my ship is. My ship is dangerous animals. A wild boar that does nothing, we have a different name for that. We call that lunch. All right, so we're going to eat that. Caravan, okay, war merchant. That might be handy. I might be able to do something with a war merchant. Igor, you love talking to people. Where's your actual trader? Trader. Why am I not seeing your question mark here? Oh, right there. There we go. Dinosaur. Go trade with Dinosaur. That sounds fun. Can we put a casino in? If only. I'm all right. So I can already see 3 people are going to pop up and say, there's a mod for that. But again, I can't mod it because Prophet of RimWorld, needlessly messianic, I know. They'll immediately announce new DLC. But that would be a really nice add-on at some point. Is some sort of like gambling system. That'd be pretty cool. I'd enjoy that. I would absolutely make a floating casino zoo of dangerous animals and call it a day and say, that's endgame. I have won. I won RimWorld. You're selling a bunch of boom rats. Weirdly, I might take your pemmican off you just while we're in sort of an interim phase of actually having any food around the place. Yeah, you're the guys with the garbage weapons, aren't you? Well, I'll sell you some garbage weapons because you'll probably love them. Not that heavy SMG. That's really good. I should give that to somebody. I should find it and then give it to somebody. Tox grenades can go. Berets. Definitely sell. So that's why we're making the berets for sale. That can go. All of this can go. Yeah, they're not going to wear any of this because it's bunk. And what else have I got kicking around here? They'll take... Wow, these guys will take almost anything. Cool. Do all of that. How much money do they have? Not much. And they don't really have anything. Again, I might take your pemmican just to take the pemmican. Yeah, I'll do that. That's just a bunch of free food, basically, in exchange for garbage clothing. Okay, you're done. What's a cache of supplies to me? One Eltex vest? Yeah, no. No, I'm not getting out of bed for an Eltex vest. There is the poker table. You're not wrong. The poker table exists. So you could make the illusion of a casino. But can you actually have a gambling system in RimWorld? Not as such. Because then the next logical thing here, and I'm actually being dead serious, is that you could build a casino, and then these guys, like the traders, would come by, and they'd spend money in the casino. They'd go in, they'd gamble, they'd lose because the house always wins, and you'd just end up with basically free money. I would love something like that. That'd be amazing. I would build a flying flyby casino with a dangerous war animal zoo menagerie inside and say, that's it, I won RimWorld. And I just drop in, and people would come in, they're like, yay, the flyby. It'd be like the Ice Cream Man, except gambling and dangerous animals. I'd get like a little bell. It'd be like, doo 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 doo, and then they'd be like, oh, I want to say the Ice Cream Man is here, but it's actually the floating dangerous animal casino. And they'd all run out with their allowance money, and I would take it all. I really consider that would be end game for me. That would be I've done it. I've run RimWorld. I've run it into the ground. There's nothing else I can do with this. Hospitality mod. Yeah, there is a mod for that. You can actually set up basically a hotel. There's a mod for everything. If you can think of it, then there's a mod for it. And that's all that RimWorld does. When they do DLC. And that's one of the reasons I can't mod it, because every time I mod it, I put in the things that they eventually put out in the DLC. Because that's where they draw their inspiration. They look at the community and go, wow, that's a really cool mod. We should do that and make people pay for it. And then people are like me, are like, I will happily pay you for that. Thank you. I would love to pay you for that. So I know when Anomaly was coming out, I had this we've got like 2 to 3 weeks into a modded run where I had the bookcases and all of that cool stuff. That was all mods. And then Anomaly came out, they're like, here's your bookcases. Like, dang. I had to start all over again. And then I beat Anomaly, and RimWorld's never forgiven me for that. Never forgiven me for beating Anomaly. It hates me now. It's a thing. This is all done. I should probably deal with that. So let's start doing wall of turrets down here. What is my base power like right now? I'm up 6k on power, having 2 geothermals here. Cool. So we're just going to do so many turrets everywhere. And maybe a couple of these guys too. I think I'm going to put some of those in. Just do like turret, 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 turret. And then put some more sandbags in front of them like this. There we go. I know you're looking at this saying, Dave, you're going to end up shooting your own turrets. You're right. That's correct. So maybe you could do that somewhere else, Dave. You're right. That's correct. I was going to go off on a thing of like the turrets are there for distraction, but there's no reason to specifically go friendly fire on them. So let's bring another power line over like this and then sort of here. Now, in the meantime, what I will do is put up maybe a couple of turrets here and here. And then put some sandbags around those. So that, and that, and that, and that. Me saying that 20 times in a row, that's the kind of high-quality entertainment you're tuning in for. Yep, that's what you guys are paying for. Me saying that a bunch of times. Tons of rice coming in. Awesome. Could do with someone actually cooking anything at all. I see, okay, Igor's on it. Yeah, we have 3 meals. That's it. Could we get some of this pulled in here? Like, Thule, what are you doing? You're digging. Izumi's digging. Knife's doing the chem fuel. That's actually really good. You're doing the conduits. Grit, you're doing nothing but having a snack. Where's the kid? Missy, what are you doing? You're digging at steel shield. You're harvesting. Okay, could you just go get this, please? Just haul that pemmican inside. I mean, it lasts for a really long time, but there's no reason to put that to the test. And then Thule, I'd actually prefer you had the heavy SMG. That's a pretty smart gun. Let's get one of those. Okay. Continue the murder regime, because now there's a bunch of ibex. Oh, yeah, there's good eating right there. And the quail. Everybody loves quail. Not Dan Quayle. I mean, I'm sure somebody loves Dan Quayle. Dan Quayle's wife, maybe. People treated him as a bumbling oaf, but generally likable, as I recall. But not Dan Quayle. I don't think he's in the game. There's probably a mod for that. I mean, quail, the bird, in general, is what I'm going for here. We still have not restocked our tank here. Okay. This is all, for initial setup, this has actually gone very well. Why are we not killing these things? There's all sorts of things to kill down here, guys. Plenty of things to be killing. Not really sure why we're not doing the murders. Just, maybe we could go ahead and do some murders. For food. It's valid. It's totally valid. All right, the sandbags are going in. That doesn't really help me a lot right now, but better than nothing. And then I might do another little bit of turrets in here to kind of protect this area. Oh, hang on. I'm not on top chat. Hang on one sec. I can't see Buzzkill. There we go. Found you. YouTube discriminates against Buzzkill. Just in case. We have a lawsuit pending. I am, in fact, Buzzkill's legal advisor and counsel, which I am. So there's a discriminatory lawsuit pending. But in the meantime, I just have to remember to turn on live chat instead of top chat. Because for some reason, Buzzkill's in one, but not the other. Why are half the lights out? Well, thank God somebody's asking the important questions. That is actually a very good question. Do we lose power somewhere? We got a break in the line? No. I don't immediately see a break anywhere. I can't be low on power. No, I'm still up on power even though the solar panels aren't working. Huh. Why is that? What is your problem? How about if I said reconnect yourself? Okay. I don't know why I need to tell you to do that. No, just the wall lamp. Thank you. Reconnect. Maybe we lost power and then they rebuilt the conduit, something along those lines, and then... No, could we find the wall lamp? Thank you. Reconnect yourself. I don't actually know why I've got two lamps here, but it's super fun. Super, super fun. Ooh, there's that shield core thing. Now that reminds me that I have two shield cores. That's one thing it reminds me of. So if I wanted to build, what's the thing called? Is it the signal? It's the signal jammer. No, wait. I need the grav core to do this, but that's not the shield core thing. Hang on. Who's addicted to Go Juice? Oh, that's fine, Shield. You can be addicted to that. We make that. That's cool, kid. Yeah, go on with your bad self. That's fine. So, in fact, let's actually make sure we're continuing to make that. Where did I put my drug lab? Is that up here? Drug lab. There it is. I see it. Let's make sure we're definitely making that. And also, I could use some more of that, too. How about, now I've got 2 addicts. Let's make sure we make even more of that. All right? So, what was the point of that? Oh, right, the shield thing. So, where's that shield Huzimiquet's it there? Okay, give me one of those. So, I can't install this as is, so it's something I have to make. And what is it that I have to make? Not the shuttle. Scanner, no. Grav field. What do I do with this, is what I'm asking here. I definitely want the signal jammer. It's not the orbital scanner, right? No, I can make that anytime. That's fine. It must be, maybe it's something I haven't discovered yet. Holy moly. Could that be real? Specialized limbs I'm working on. Mech tech. Okay, we've kind of covered a lot of those. Advanced grav tech. Yup. Pilot assistance, signal jammer, that's where all that lived. Flesh shaping, that's where your noses are, right there. There's your nose. So what do I need this for? Okay, here's the thing you're allowed to do, Dave. You could read it. You could, read about the thing. Because it's got, a little eye. It's like an info thing here. Hey. Ultra technology. Momentum repulsor shield. Can't do anything on its own, but it's necessary to craft some other usable shield items. There's the thing. Shield cores can be obtained by... I know how shield cores are obtained. I've got 2 of them. This is off of royalty. Oh. This is off of royalty, not Odyssey. This is not for my ship at all. Not even a little bit. So I bet that's the shield belts. I'm mostly talking to myself right now. In fact, the whole thing has been talking to myself. That's what kind of the nature of this whole YouTube thing. So I bet that's a shield belt. Flak vests. Things. Other things. Somebody make a minigun while I'm here. I feel bad that I don't have one. Knee spikes. Things. Joy wires. Other things. Okay, is it down in this Susie McWhat's it here? I'll go with... Grab, like, panels, recon helmets. Oh, and get some more armor going on, please. Somebody go make some recon armor. And finish that arm when you get a chance, please. Yeah, I bet this is the shield belt. So, this is pointless. Then I can extend the ship. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Or, I can get the signal jammer. So I can extend the ship or get the signal jammer. I can't do both. Unless we go up to that unless we get another grav core. Basically, get another grav core. But the signal jammer sounds wicked cool. Because then I could go actually visit the traders. So, how big is this thing? It's not small. It's not a small item. Probably have to maybe get rid of some shelving to make this work. Like I could tuck it in this corner. Okay. I gotta have a think about this. Do I want the signal jammer, or do I want to extend the ship? I think it's going to be signal jammer, because I don't really need a bigger ship right now. I think we're doing fine with the ship. Could you reconnect yourselves, please? No, don't do that. Reconnect. I don't know why these are all disconnected. There we go. Connect that. I don't know what the problem is with those lights. It must have been the raid. It must have been something weird with the raid. How are we doing on Wall of Death? Oh, it's coming along very well. Good. Let's continue to add Wall of Death then. So how about just some more turrets? Do like one here, 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 and then also put sandbags around that. That was largely unnecessary to do that one, but do it anyway. Oh, okay, that works too. That's fine. This is all fine. I could put some people there. And then how are we doing on this? I'm going to put up a couple of hunter traps. Just for funsies. Just do that. I dare you. Do that. And then what is the problem? No, distress signal. No, we never do distress signal. No, bye. You're on your own, kids. Bye. No, not today, thank you. So I could deconstruct this shelf. Is there anywhere I could reinstall that? Because I'm really tight on storage space around here. I know I could pack all this stuff in. They can walk over virtually anything. But I like my ship to look nice. I've spent a long time making it look like this. I'd like to continue to make it look like this. What I could do... What's under my Mastodon? An animal sleeping spot. Okay, get rid of that. Perfect. And then get rid of this one as well. And then bring this shelf down to here. But like this. And now I've got a cozy little TV viewing area. It's actually quite nice in there. Yeah, I think it's going to be signal jammer. I can get more grav cores eventually, but I don't have a signal jammer. And I don't really know why I would need the base, my flying menagerie of death, any bigger than it is right now. The only thing I'd really do with that is just get maybe some more bedrooms that I don't need. I'm pretty confident with this plan. Oh, Paul can convert people now. Good. And I've got the prison too. I could reconvert that into rooms if I needed them. Yeah, I think we're going jammer. We're going to jam this out. So, yeah, they've moved that. So, one signal jammer, please. And just check what else that needs. So that is the grav core, the panels, the advanced components, and some steel. I have all of that in play. Thank you. Put that in there. It is a nice little TV nook, isn't it? It's tight. But it's cozy. It's really cozy. You're going to feel good in there. Who was supposed to be on, #1 research, by the way? Because I feel we're not researching very much. Kind of Thule. Yeah, basically Thule. Can I put you back on #1 research, please? Because you're pretty good at it. And then, Igor, you're actually not bad. Why don't you be 3 on research? And the rest is fine. Yeah, Paul is usually the one doing it. There's no reason that Igor can't be learning things. Igor, you're a wonder to behold. 16-year-old vampire. You already got good stats. You're actually probably one of my best colonists. It's because I genetically engineered you. I think. I don't know. I may not have done that. I might have. It sounds like something I do, but I've genetically engineered so many people that. We start to lose track of that. Speaking of genetic engineering, which leads me to the concept of robots, knife. You can have 3 more robots. Do I want to? Well, how far did we get in mech tech? No, that's not what you want. How far did we get in mech tech? We haven't even got to standard yet. Really? I have not summoned the Diabolus threat? Wow, that's odd. I could summon the Diabolus threat. That will get me into the better mech tech, which would be the combat mechs. Well, I can make some Militors right now. Start to get that process put together. While you're sitting here talking about it, you could actually get it going, couldn't you, kid? So put that up like that, and then that, and then that. And then probably a door would be reasonably handy. Put that in there. And maybe actually throw in another turret in here. You know what? That's not a terrible idea. Put in another turret here. Put turrets everywhere. If you can find a spot to put a turret in it. So put one there, and one over here. There we go. And then put some sandbags around it, because you like doing that. And it does protect the turrets. And if you not put it in that corner, you wouldn't have to do that extra sandbag. And you don't even need to do it. You just like doing it, because it makes it look prettier. There we go. Okay. Everything gets a turret. Igor wandered in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to remember, because I do terrible things to children in this game. So there it is, wearable shield gear. There it is right there. We must have been learning that with a book. Okay, yeah, because we're still working on specialized limbs. All right, so I'm sure that's where those shield belts go. So am I basically free to sell those at some point? And where do they live, for that matter? Lasers, things, lasers. I should make more lungs for people. And how about up in here? This is shield belt, pants. Shield belt. No, it doesn't take that. Low shield pack? There it is. Okay. A low shield pack. That's what takes those shield cores. Nothing to do with Odyssey. Kim, welcome. Nothing to do. Ambi, my favorite alcoholic chicken. How are you doing? Nothing to do with Odyssey, so I'm free to sell those because I really don't care about shield belts. I care more about better armor. That's what I really want us to be working on here. And a lot of these can go. I'm already making more recon armor. So Paul's on that, and we still got the arm. Thule, are you the one who needs an arm? Remind me? Yeah, I got to get you an arm at some point, kid. I will totally work on that at some point in the reasonably near future. So this is going to be like Robot Rumpus Room. So I think I have... First of all, I have a subcore. But I also should have a subcore encoder somewhere. Because I would have just packed it up. Subcore encoder. Yeah, there we go. Where'd I put it? Perfect. Let's bring that guy down here. And then get my makes the robots thing. Makes the robots mech gestator. That's the thing I'm thinking of. There we go. Now, what am I actually shy of? Genetic engineering is very different from mechs. Not in my world, Sally. Not in my world. Because you know I'm going to combine genetic engineering and bionics and pass the savings on to you. I can't stop at just bionics. That's like asking me to just eat half a bag of potato chips. I'm genetically engineering. Of course I'm going to slap in artificial parts. So to you, it's different. To me, it's one discipline. My discipline is not necessarily genetics or bionics. My discipline is more freeform, and it includes messing with people and committing what are arguably war crimes against them. So, again, I'm multidisciplinary, really, Sally. What I am is not insane. I'm multidisciplinary. My disciplines are bionics and genetics, combining into one freeform discipline of messing with people, arguably committing war crimes against them. Where am I? Oh, this can go away. I don't need you anymore. Why are you still here? This is coming together. We've made chem fuel. Let's keep making it, because I'm probably going to blow up a lot of stuff. So make another 10 of those. I assume they filled the tank at some point. Yep, sure have. Okay. So the real focus, the real reason we're here at all is just food. So let's make sure we keep doing that. I'm going to start even more growing zones. We have a year-round growing zone here. We may as well take advantage of it. Psychic Soothe. Okay, so all the females are going to be pretty chill. Potatoes, sure. Potatoes are perfectly good. And these are my freelance pharmaceuticals. Don't really need to worry about that. This is another good spot. We'll do some more food up here. Go ahead and just have, yeah, huge pile of rice. You know, just giant pile of rice. Just keep it coming, bartender. I'm multidisciplinary, Tim. Multidisciplinary. Yep. Martin's got the right idea. It's basically body alterations en masse, if you will. So you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Like, I am not satisfied. I wish I had something. I just don't know what it is. You come to me, Dr. Dave. And I'll have a clinic of some sort. And I say clinic, and maybe largely a garage. And I will offer you multidisciplinary genetic and bionic engineering to just kind of perk you up a little bit. You know, you come in, you're like, I don't really know what I'm feeling, Dave. I don't know if I want a bionic stomach, or if I want a pig nose, or an extra arm. And first of all, I'm going to recommend the extra arm, because that is going to be super useful. Super, super useful. I'm going to tell you right now. That's a lesson I learned the hard way. But I'm going to recommend many things, and then you're going to recommend some things, and then I'm going to ignore you, put you under, and you're going to wake up and be a whole brand new you. Will you have a pig nose? Will you have 4 feet? Not 4 feet tall. Although, if that's an option, I may invoke that. Will you be a vampire? Will you be a zombie? Who knows? Who knows? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Buzzkill, you're asking for a price tag. I'm saying I'm doing this for fun. I do this because I love my work. Why are you not connected to things? I swore I saw a power thing going to you. Not quite. Okay, bring that down to there. And somebody go... Yeah, maybe make another subcore. We may as well. So make one of those. And then what am I shy on mechs? 2 Agrahans, 2 Sweepy Bots. I could use another lifter. Another lifter would be awesome. But maybe, do I want a Militor? Like just a shotgun robot? Or do I maybe want to wait until I have the Diabolist threat under control? Maybe that's something I'll do on this map. I'll just summon the Diabolist threat. And then I can get the better mechs in there. Interesting idea. For right now, keep it simple. Just get me another lifter, because I know I need one of those. Again, Knife, you can have how many bots? 3 more. All right, 3 more bots for you, and you will be all set. Okay. Are there any other lights out that I need to be aware of in the area? Yeah. Oh, no, that's the oxygen pump. That's supposed to be off. That one's fine. That one's fine. And this is, yeah, we're still good on power, although I am hooking up a lot of electronics here. Maybe quick wind turbine? Because I've got the growing areas anyway to keep them in check. So how about we did that, like right there-ish? Maybe there-ish. Yeah, put that up there. And then do a power conduit. No, do the hidden ones, because they hate looking at those other ones. There we go. I was doing the laser-assisted microdissection. Prosthetics were in the basement before the lab coat cleaners. I think prosthetics... I'm talking about hardwiring here. This is not something that you're going to remove, like a prosthetic leg. Like, you can take it off. I'm crafting a new you out of electronics and steel. Hopefully stainless steel, because you don't want that bionic arm going rusty. You don't want that. Tim's asking if you can get a fursona. Really, in exchange for what is effectively free work, charging you nothing for this. What the... I would say patient, but really client, what the client has to accept is they haven't the slightest idea. They're going to come in and say, Dave, go. And I'm going to be like, cool. I'm going to put you under. I have no training in anesthesiology, by the way, so you might die. And then you're going to wake up, and who knows? Maybe I've just stapled a top hat to your head. And I say, well, that's it. Done. It's kind of like plasma. You're just going to be my canvas. Plasma was my canvas to create Dadaist art. And a person could be my canvas for genetic, bionic, and frankly, any other sorts of engineering I feel is necessary. Maybe just actual engineering. Maybe I could install like a lever in them. That's like an engineering thing, right? That's like things engineers know. They know like levers. That they're wicked into that sort of thing. Whole lever conventions. Oh, don't get near an engineer in a lever debate, let me tell you. We could all use a toaster arm. I was just being, because then you could have toast. You know, on demand. Provided you had bread. So, if you had a loaf of bread, you could have on-demand toast all the time. This is done. So, oh, I already got the lifter going. Yep, all right. We already got the lifter on cue, if you will. All right, where am I at? We've had a good first few days here. Got a lot of stuff under control. I wouldn't mind seeing some more turrets up in this area. Maybe some of those traps, too. This is all basically under control. Because anyone who attacks us is either going to have to come all the way around here or all the way through here. So anyone coming through here, they're done. They're super done. So I think next time I want to shore up this wall here and just kind of get that under control. I'm not expecting the turrets to kill people, but as we've seen, I'm expecting the turrets to distract them. And they work great for that. Let me just make sure I'm killing lots of animals. More quails, guinea pigs, sure. Not a single mink, huh? I really want to get my mink coat. Oh, we have a new panda. My underground panda market is going well. Yep, Panda 3. Train it to kill. Train it to kill. I'm going to have a complete 100% underground war panda market. Baby panda, right there. Baby panda, right there. Tell me you wouldn't pay an absurd amount of money. Just a ridiculous amount of money for this panda. A panda cub, I assume that's what they call them. Because it's basically a panda bear. So bears have cubs, so panda bears have panda bear cubs. Absurd amount of money. Do you know how much I could get for that panda cub in the real world? I bet you it is 6 figures. I bet 6 figures to get a panda cub delivered right to your door. Maybe even extra for delivery. Probably extra for delivery. Because, you know, it takes some care to get a panda cub to your door. So yeah, a little extra for delivery. You know what? Don't shortchange yourself, Dave. Wow, we have a lot of fish. The fish thing is going real good. The sea lion's in the freezer. Sea lion's just kicking around. Trained to kill. Okay, so my underground panda market. I say underground, it's actually overground. It flies. My flying panda market is off to a roaring start. This might be a whole new thing. I might actually take them off combat duty and just create a panda breeding area. A panda farm. Okay, somebody's going to have to remind me, the next trader who comes by, find out how much a panda is worth. Because this might be a viable source of income. Including the freelance pharmaceuticals. Panda 1 has lost the skill of comfort. Who is supposed to be... Rhodey, you're supposed to be like #1 on animals. And we should have... We have no vegetables, that's why. We have no vegetables whatsoever. We've done specialized limbs, that's cool. So, what was I going to work on? It was something. Maybe the... Yeah, I think I might summon the Diabolus threat the next time. It's not... It doesn't sound like a good time, but I think we're more than capable of dealing with it. Apart from the bit where we all get set on fire. But apart from that, it's like wicked good. Archogenetics, do I want to do that? Fabrication, gene processor. You know what? Just do it. I don't have anything else going on. Somebody may as well be researching something. So, my flying panda market is off to a good start. We've got a lot of good stuff set up here in terms of food. And we'll have more coming in sooner rather than later. And my defenses are pretty good. What else am I going to do on this map? I think my entire point is to keep crafting armor for people. I really want everybody in really good armor as best as possible. Oh, Skunk, I completely forgot about you. When are you leaving? 2.4 days. Okay. I completely forgot you existed. I'm glad you're having a good time around here. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap up there and let you guys go on with far more important things to do with the rest of your evening than this nonsense, because it's very silly. But I have a great time doing this for you. I love doing this for you guys. I look forward to this every single week, and you guys never disappoint me. I have a fantastic time, and hopefully you have a semi-decent time. I will see you next week. We'll come back with more of this, and somebody's going to have to remind me to find out how much a panda is worth. But guys, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. If you're in the Northeast, you know, careful with all the snow that's coming. I know I'm probably not leaving my house for 2 days straight, except to go shovel. So everyone else, you know, be safe. I can't afford to lose a single viewer. Trust me. Numbers are tight. Thank you so very much, guys. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.